Did you know that ancient Egyptians had a chilling custom of burying their pharaohs with their servants? Alive. It's a hard-hitting fact that sets the tone for our journey today. Ancient Egypt, a civilization that has captivated our imagination with its grandeur and splendor, its pyramids and mummies, its gods and pharaohs. But like the moon that shines brightly in the night sky, ancient Egypt too had a dark side, often obscured by the shadows of history. This civilization that thrived by the banks of the Nile was not just about golden sarcophagi and mystical hieroglyphs, it was also about human sacrifices, curses and practices that would make your skin crawl. These are the tales that don't often make it to the history books. The stories that are whispered in hushed tones when the sun sets over the pyramids. So buckle up as we delve into the lesser-known, darker secrets of this ancient civilization. Can you imagine being buried alive simply because your master has passed away? Delve into the shadows of ancient Egypt, where such a chilling custom was all too real. Pharaohs, the godlike monarchs of this riverine civilization, were not sent to the afterlife alone. Accompanying them were their faithful servants, buried alongside their masters to continue their service in the next life. Now, you might be wondering, were these servants willing participants, or were they coerced into this horrifying ritual? The historical evidence paints a picture that is as murky as the Nile itself. Some ancient texts suggest that the servants were honored to join their masters in death, seeing it as a privilege to serve in the afterlife. Yet other accounts hint at a darker reality, where servants were forced into tombs, their protests silenced by the finality of stone and earth. The practice of servant sacrifice in ancient Egypt was not an isolated incident, but was deeply rooted in their beliefs about death and the afterlife. The Egyptians held the conviction that the afterlife was a continuation of the earthly life, only grander and more prosperous. Therefore, it was deemed necessary for the pharaoh to have his entire household, including his loyal servants, accompany him. This belief, however horrifying it may seem to us now, was a part of the societal fabric of ancient Egypt. It was a testament to the lengths the Egyptians were willing to go to ensure a seamless transition into the afterlife, assuring the pharaoh's comfort and status, even beyond death. As we peel back the layers of this ancient civilization, we uncover a complex tapestry woven with threads of grandeur, mysticism, and a darkness that is almost unimaginable. The servant sacrifice, a practice as chilling as it was prevalent, stands as a stark reminder of the lengths to which beliefs can be taken. The loyal servant's ultimate sacrifice was a dark reality of this otherwise enchanting civilization. Ever heard of the Curse of the Pharaohs? Well, it's not just a Hollywood fiction. Picture this. The year is 1922. Howard Carter, an English archaeologist, along with his financier, Lord Carnarvon, stands before the sealed tomb of the boy king Tutankhamun. They break the seal, entering a world untouched for over 3,000 years. But they were not alone. They had unknowingly invited a silent companion, the Curse of the Pharaohs. The Curse of the Pharaohs, as legend has it, is the bad luck, illness, or even death that befalls those who dare to disturb a mummy, especially a royal one. The ancient Egyptians were masters of the afterlife. They believed that their tombs were sacred, and to disturb them was to invite the wrath of the gods. Now, this isn't just a tall tale spun by overzealous storytellers. Following the opening of Tutankhamun's tomb, a series of strange occurrences stirred the world. Lord Carnarvon, merely 5 months after the tomb's opening, met with an untimely death due to a mosquito bite that led to blood poisoning. A coincidence, perhaps? But his passing was the spark that ignited the world's fascination with this alleged curse. Over the years, numerous others associated with the excavation also met with peculiar mishaps and untimely deaths, fueling the belief in the curse. Radiologist Archibald Douglas Reed, who x-rayed Tutankhamun's mummy, died from a mystery illness. Carter's personal secretary, Richard Bethel, was found smothered in his bed. Even Bethel's father supposedly threw himself off a building, driven mad by the curse. Skeptics may argue that these are mere coincidences, amplified by the human tendency to seek patterns where there are none. Yet the allure of this ancient curse persists, a chilling reminder of our mortal fragility when faced with the mysteries of the past. So, whether you're an intrepid archaeologist or a curious spectator, tread lightly when dealing with the vestiges of ancient Egypt, for the echoes of the past are not always silent, and the guardians of the tombs do not take kindly to intruders. Next time you think about opening a mummy's tomb, remember the curse of the Pharaohs. The pyramids, a wonder of the world, but they hide a dark secret. When we gaze upon the great pyramids of Giza, we marvel at the ingenuity and determination of the ancient Egyptians. These stone giants standing tall against the backdrop of the desert are a testament to the power of human will. Yet beneath the grandeur and mystery lies a tale untold, a darker side of their creation. For centuries, the narrative held that the pyramids were built on the backs of countless slaves. However, recent archaeological evidence suggests otherwise. The pyramids, in fact, were not built by slaves, but by paid laborers. Yet this revelation does not brighten the shadows cast by these imposing structures. These laborers, though not slaves, were not free from the burdens of their work. They toiled under the harsh Egyptian sun, their bodies strained by the sheer physicality of their tasks. The blocks they moved weighed an average of 2.5 tons each, a feat unimaginable to us today. In essence, they were constructing mountains, stone by stone. Their life expectancy was drastically shortened, their bodies bearing the brunt of their labor. The remains of workers found near the pyramids reveal evidence of severe arthritis and broken bones, the silent testament to the harshness of their existence. Many were young men when they started, but the grueling work aged them prematurely. Accidents were not uncommon. Falling stones, the collapse of unfinished structures, and the general hazards of construction work claimed many lives. It was a dangerous job, one that required immense strength and courage. And so the pyramids, those grand structures that have stood the test of time, carry with them a darker tale, a tale of human endurance and sacrifice, of lives spent in the pursuit of an immortal dream. The pyramids, a testament to human achievement, also bear witness to immense human suffering. Think medicine is scary now, you should see what the ancient Egyptians were up to. If you think modern medicine can be daunting, then the mysterious medical practices of ancient Egypt might just give you chills. The ancient Egyptians had their unique approach to health and healing, one that was a curious blend of practical knowledge and mystical beliefs. The medical practices of this era were deeply rooted in the spiritual realm, where magic and spells were considered as potent as any physical remedy. One of the most peculiar practices involved the use of moldy bread. Yes, you heard right, moldy bread. It was their go-to remedy for infections. Seems strange to us now, but it's interesting to note that the mold on the bread is a form of penicillin, a discovery that wouldn't occur until thousands of years later. Now, if that didn't make your eyebrows shoot up, wait until you hear about their form of contraception. The ancient Egyptians used crocodile dung. The dung was dried and mixed with fermented dough, which was then inserted into the vagina. The belief was that the mixture would form an impenetrable barrier, preventing conception. We can't vouch for its effectiveness, but it certainly gives a whole new meaning to the term birth control. But it didn't stop there. The Egyptians also believed in the power of magic and spells as a form of treatment. They thought that diseases were caused by evil spirits, and that these spirits could be banished with the right incantations. So a typical visit to an Egyptian doctor might involve a prescription for a physical remedy and a good dose of spell casting. The medical practices of ancient Egypt might seem bizarre, even dangerous by today's standards. But they also illustrate an early understanding of the natural world and a deep desire to harness its healing powers. Ancient Egyptian medicine, a strange blend of knowledge and superstition, was as fascinating as it was frightening. It serves as a reminder of the long and winding road humanity has taken in its quest to understand and conquer disease. As we come to the end of our journey, one question remains. We've traversed through the shadowy corners of ancient Egypt, unearthing the dark secrets that have lurked in the pages of history. From the chilling tale of the servant sacrifice, the spine-tingling curse of the Pharaohs, to the darker side of the majestic pyramids and the arcane practices of mysterious medicine. Each revelation has only deepened the enigma of this ancient civilization. The intricacies of their society, the depth of their knowledge, and the intensity of their beliefs still echo through the corridors of time, whispering of a world that was as complex and multifaceted as our own. In the grand scheme of history, we are but a fleeting moment. Yet we are living, breathing, and creating our own narratives, much like the people of ancient Egypt did. What if we were living in an era similar to ancient Egypt, with our own dark secrets yet to be unveiled? How would future civilizations perceive us?